Welcome back to another episode of the Breakup Diet. Hot girl hibernation is over. We are in spring, yes? How are you feeling?
I know. I feel like spring, I have some mixed emotions, especially today. I haven't quite let go of winter, I feel. But I need to. It's spring, summer. You got to be looking hot in summer, so it's go time, baby. That's basically what it is, go
100%.
time.
Like, hot girl hibernation's over, guys. Like, we're not rotting anymore. We're not bed rotting. We're actually just doing a bit of spring cleaning.
Buckle up, bitches. It's gonna get bumpy. This is the Breakup Diet.
What's everyone's thoughts on our photo shoot? Are people liking it?
Yeah, it's pretty iconic.
It was such a cool concept that you thought of, honestly. Like, spring actually is that time of the year when I think you can actually finally act on your New Year's Eve resolutions. Like, the weather's better, you've got longer hours, you've got more energy as opposed to winter where you're like, oh my God, like, I'm supposed to be doing all this stuff, but I'm tired. Everyone's tired.
I actually really like spring. Like, it's probably my favourite, almost over summer. Summer's a bit stressful, I find, actually. And there's too much happening. Everyone's away, everything's going on, everyone's everywhere, But spring, you're like changing. You know what I mean?
The flowers are blooming, the leaves are turning.
And the days are nicer, the clocks went back as well.
The clocks went back, so our first 8 p.m. sunset.
Yeah, which is so nice. It's so much nicer in
Which
London.
is why I'm like, yes, we should go have a drink.
Yeah, literally. But I feel like with a breakup, it's actually the perfect time to have one.
A winter breakup is the worst breakup of them all.
Yeah, winter is actually just depressing because you want to be at home and you want to be cuddling and you don't want to go outside. Whereas like spring is kind of like, you can just get hot before summer.
100%. Like with spring, you're like, oh, summer's just around the corner. The weather's fine. I actually think you were holding me back. As opposed to winter, the weather amplifies your emotions. That's personally for me. I get a really bad case of SAD. Mm. And when I had my winter breakup, I actually thought I was going to die. Like, I'm not even being serious. It's really hard. Like, the therapy I needed. And then, like, she also kind of knew, like, babe, like, it could be because of the weather. Like, it just sucks that you can't get out and take control of your life. As opposed to spring, like, we're saying bye-bye to the bullshit. We're, like, deep cleaning, like, the shit from the past. Like, I think we're actually, like, cleansing from last year, to be honest.
In the spring cleaning, you're letting go of, like, the emotional baggage. Because even if you went through a breakup in, like, the winter, you're probably still, like, you're just coping, to get through the dark times, the dark weather, the dark times, all this. And now, you might still have some leftover emotional baggage that you need to boot it out.
I think by the time it's spring, you're like, whoa, I've like survived a really hard winter. I think it's time to regain control of my life. So what are you doing to spring clean?
To spring clean my mind, I actually am going to start therapy, I think, because I sometimes want to I get very overwhelmed in like every department of my life. So like, I feel like they might be able to help me not get so overwhelmed. Because when it's similar to a breakup, like when you have an extreme emotion and then you just and then the next day you're fine. And I'm like, what the actual hell is wrong with me? Like, why am I crying today? That's why I look like this. And then tomorrow I'm going to be fine.
It's just how emotions are. I think you kind of need to remind yourself that emotions are temporary. You're not meant to be happy 24/7. Equally, you're not meant to be angry 24/7. It's just one of those things in life where you're going to have to experience some high and some lows. And then with therapy, you're going to learn how to reduce the high so that it's not compensated by a really bad low. You'll be just living life in equilibrium.
You see, I haven't had a really bad low in a long time, like really, really bad. Before, I used to get really bad. Now I don't have that, which I don't know why, but I just haven't.
It's a good thing. I think you're just growing up.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pressure when you're younger. Like, the lowest of the lows feel a lot worse when you're younger.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. It only gets better, yes.
And it's, it is soon. spring cleaning, but also Ilma's 30th birthday.
The dirty 30 is here. Goodbye to my 20s. 20s were the best. I've learned so much. How cool is it to say that I got married and divorced in my 20s? I'm sorry. And the fact that I survived, you know, and the fact that I'm like now spreading so much like positivity now through this platform. I can't wait to see what 30s is going to be like for me.
Yeah, I think 30s is just where it's at.
I think so too. Like, I feel like most people become their like, not even their prime. They really like grow in their 30s.
I think it's just like, I'm obviously not in my 30s, but like, I think you know who you are. Whenever I've spoken to somebody about it, they say you're really assured of yourself because you've kind of like had all those different phases.
Yeah.
And you kind of, you know what you want. You know who you are as a person.
And you're not afraid to have boundaries, because boundaries was a big thing that I struggled, well, not anymore, but like I struggled with in my 20s, because you kind of care too much about what if you're like taking too much space when really it's not the case.
Yeah. Is there any spring cleaning you're going to do this spring? Like, are you breaking up with any bad habit? Are you breaking up with any situationship? Breaking up with any friend?
I am spring cleaning my routine, to be honest. My routine at the moment is quite messed up. My sleeping pattern's quite bad.
You don't sleep?
I sleep, but the quality's not good. So I sleep from like 10 to 2, then I wake up, then I wake from 2 to 4, 4 to 7, I'm asleep. So it's just like that. Yeah, so I feel very loopy, which is probably why, like, in all these episodes, I'm a lot more delirious than I am in person.
Fair. It's actually quite funny though. We're rolling, we're like super chatty, and then when we stop rolling, like we did a photo shoot the other day, and we were like so out there. Then as soon as we got in the car, we had like half an hour before we had to film again. Ilma and I just in silence, not speaking,
like we were like led to the other side of the windows, just like passed out with like our mouths open. Seriously, if there was like a camera in that car, that would have been like our new billboard.
Yeah, emotionally drained. And that's low-key what spring cleaning we're trying to like, don't be emotionally drained.
It's all about letting go of that baggage, honestly, because I feel like right now things just felt heavy. Like winter was a heavy one.
Yeah, and I feel like because you maybe not slack off in winter, but because you're so tired already, then like you get hit with so much more work and so much more things like at the beginning of the year till like now, and then it kind of calms down a little bit because people are more like fun.
Thank God for this heat wave that we're having right now, because I feel like I have like less, like I still have the same amount of work, but the pressure has like kind of died down. I think that's one good thing about spring, like you're letting go of all these fictitious pressures.
Yeah, I get that.
Like the weather just makes you realize, like, dude, none of it matters. Just go to the beer garden. Just have a little cocktail.
Yeah, so maybe we
Chase
should
the
move somewhere
sun.
hot. Go back to our photo shoot, right? Okay, so our first shot was in the living room. We're like, you know, housewifey, spring cleaning, getting rid of the dust and the cobwebs.
Getting rid of all the dusties. Ain't no dusty touching us. Ugh.
Yeah. So that's the kind of like living room scene. Then we went outside and we were taking out the trash, which is like taking out the excess, putting them in the bin.
Don't be fooled by how like warm it looked. We were freezing. I think we got like these frames done in like 5 minutes because we were like, oh, like this is really cold.
Yeah, it was really cold.
Yeah.
It was so cold.
And then the third look is definitely like my personal favorite, my all-time favorite in terms of all the shoots that we've done. The leopard print, dishwashing.
Yeah, like scrubbing away the old and like, you know, has to polish stuff to make it good.
Yeah, just like, it's that cleanse, that dishwashing cleanse.
Yeah, literally. You're dirty when you go in and then you're nice and clean when you go out.
Yeah.
It's like winter to summer.
Basically. Oh my gosh. And I think just like the artistic vision of it was insane. Like you came up with that as well, you know? We're just so happy that you guys like it. Like the love that we get, yes?
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah, it's really exciting to just have this. This is like my spring cleaning tool, to be honest. Getting to chat here and be happy about life post-breakup.
Yeah, it is true. It's hard. It's such a hard thing to do, but normally once you do it, you feel a lot lighter. That's the thing. Like you feel heavy when you're going through it and you feel heavy to make the decision, and then once you do it, it's like a relief.
I'm telling you, once you make that decision, life actually just feels so much clearer. In the moment when you're in a relationship that's not ideal, you think to yourself, oh, after the breakup, I'm going to be so depressed. I'm going to be so miserable. I'm never going to get over this. Once it's done, you actually get over it. I thought I'd never get over my ex-husband. As soon as like we were done, I was like, oh, I have my life again.
I think it's just that like people are scared when it's like, yeah, you have that and you might be fine. And then if you get a bad situation, like a guy is like a dick for no reason, or you know what I mean, it makes you feel bad, it's then that it kills you, because then you like get the hurt and then you think about your ex because you're like, oh, you know? I think that's what the hard thing is. So if men weren't such dicks, we'd all be better off.
But also, like, the thing is, you can't control other people's like behavior. You can't take that shit personally. Like, I get it, like, men shouldn't be dicks, but equally, like, we are control of how we process other people's behavior towards us, and we don't need to be a victim to their like bullying and abuse, you know?
Yeah. Easier said than done, though. It's
No,
like
I'm telling
anything.
you, like, it is easy to just choose yourself and not be like vacuumed into that negativity. You just gotta like not give a shit. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I get it. It is hard, though, to not give a shit. Even if you think you don't give a shit, you sometimes give a shit. I used to have that anyway. Like, even when I was like, I don't even care, and then it would like, there'd be a small crack and it would seep in and I would be like, I do care.
It is cool to care. Like, we're humans. It's cool to be in tune with your emotion. I'm just saying that, like, it's not good to let a negative experience kind of overtake how you think about certain things.
Yeah, no, you're true. You're not true. I don't know. I was like, you're speaking the truth.
We are the truth. We are the breakup diet.
Okay, so we're talking about, spring cleaning, emotional baggage. How would somebody deal if they're having a breakup and they live with their ex? Okay, how are they like zenning their place, clearing out the energy? I don't know. Like the physical
part of a spring clean. Whoa, where do you begin with that?
I don't know why I should be asking you about actual cleaning, because do you clean?
I have a cleaner.
Yeah, that's what I was going with. I was like,
but I do wipe the surfaces like on a day-to-day. Like, okay, so you're going through a breakup while you're living with your partner.
Okay, maybe they've just moved out. So like you have your space back, but it used to be your joint space.
Oh, I think that should be a fun like opportunity to take your mind off him. You've got your space. You can design it the way you want it. You can make it as girly as you want it to be. And also, it's going to be clean. You're not going to have like men's dirty socks and underwear. You're not going to have like
bits of beard on the freaking like the sink. Ugh! What is that about?
And like, oh.
Or toothpaste on the sink.
Or like piss droplets on the toilet. Honestly, I can make a whole episode of just like dirty shit my exes have done. Like the lack of hygiene.
Yeah, I could too, but I'm not going to purely for my boyfriend getting embarrassed, but like, bad. Boys are dirty. Well, he's actually not as dirty as some men, but like some men are really bad.
And I've married some men. Like, it's horrible. And I think when you get to have your space again, there's no other way but to just celebrate by having what you want.
Yeah.
I would make it so girly. I would have like vintage Vogue magazines everywhere. Every single girly, sickly smelling candles. I want like funky pink things everywhere, like a pink rug, like leopard print pillowcases. Like, it's my space.
Yeah, I get you. For me, what I would be doing, the first thing I would be doing would be chucking out every single thing that they like in there. I don't care if you bought it together. If he was obsessed with this like little statue thing, it's gone. It's going on to Depop and I'm selling it and getting some cash money. And I'm saging the bloody house with my girlfriends. I'm making it a whole experience. I'm not just doing it by myself being like, crying. I am making it a fun experience where you guys dance around the living room and get the energy out the window. You have to open the window to like push it out.
That sounds so fun. See, like, spring cleaning is the best thing ever. I feel like the community's back as well.
Yeah.
More people are out, more people are wanting to do things, because I think winter, everyone has their own, like, path of, not like depression, but everyone's going through their moment. Spring, everyone's like, oh, you know what?
We're back.
We're back. Let's hang. Let's sage the bloody place. Let's start the year properly. Do you feel like your year starts from like April, May?
Yeah. I think it kind of starts clicking in like end of March, really. And then April, May is your birthday, then it's my birthday. So yeah. And then summer's always really fun. I like it all the way up until December, if I'm honest. I just don't like January and February.
The January to February sprint is the hardest, and I feel like we need to move somewhere.
Yeah, because even...
for those 2 months.
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't like it anywhere. Because I don't even like it in Australia, really, and that's summer.
I loved it in Australia. It's just I don't think I can convince you to hang with me in Perth for 2 months.
I was just bored because I was just with my parents. Which is nice, but then also, like, I need some social interaction. You gotta come 60.
to Perth. You gotta come to Perth.
What else do you think of in spring? I think of like new beginnings, like
it's a rebirth, babe. Like, I feel like I'm gonna shed into a new person this spring. Even though, like, I feel like I'm in my prime.
Such a graphic of you shedding.
Like,
and
actual
I was like,
skin
oh,
with,
yeah.
like, my vessel and everything out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, snaky.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a rebrand this year. Spring is the time to rebrand.
It is. What are you rebranding?
I'm rebranding into basically just super hot, independent, full of life,
You're already super
fun.
hot.
I know, but like, I think my brand will always be the same. I think for the sake of it, I'm just gonna like...
You're like, I like the continuity of being super hot, but let me just add to it. Super hot and plus.
Well, I'm gonna get nose fillers, so that's like my little rebrand.
Are you? That's going to be really dangerous.
Well, we're doing it with Joelle.
Okay, fine. Then it's fine.
You're coming with, right?
I don't want nose filler, but
you don't need it, but I want you to be there. It's like a breakup diet. Let's fuck up our faces.
No, you know what I would do is that salmon sperm thing.
Joelle does it. So why don't you get salmon sperm? I get a cute, like, nose.
There we go.
Glowy skin, cute nose. That's our spring rebrand.
No, that is spring rebrand. What would you tell somebody right now if they were going through a breakup?
If you're going through a breakup right now, I'm going to tell you right up, this is an exciting time to look forward to. Like, the sun is out. There's longer hours in the day. You can get way more stuff done. Now's the time for you to basically scheme what your year's going to be. Have a vision board. I feel like that vision board you planned for New Year's Eve, bring that back and add it and actually act on it.
Yeah, that is true. Why is it so hard to actually act on stuff at the beginning of the year, but easier like mid-year?
Winter's just not the time for rebranding. No one's got the energy. Like, back in the days, like, cavemen would just hibernate. Like, seriously. And then life would pick up in the spring. That's when they'd start harvesting all the fresh berries and killing all, like, the animals.
What do you come out with?
No, but, like, that's, like, it's just, like, a primitive thing. That's, like, you ask, like, oh, why are we so hibernating in the winter? It's, like, a primitive, like, behavior. Primal behavior. Yeah.
So now we're ready to hunt.
We are ready to hunt. And look, you don't have to hunt for men. Sometimes the hunt is just a better you.
Yeah. I mean, we're always going to be better, you know, but the hunt can be job, it can be money, it can be friends, you could more social, that's friends, the kind of thing. Could be yourself.
Exactly.
Could be a man, could be a girl.
Could be more.
Could be it all, yeah. You're greedy, so it could be them all.
Yeah, so I think people who are going through a breakup right now, like, please, like, be excited. This year's about to get so good. Like, you don't even know the amount of rebranding you're going to go through, and it's going to be the best thing ever. Scary at the moment, but once you're there, and when you want it bad enough, you're gonna get it. The intention always has to be there. That's the thing with spring cleaning. You have to want a better you.
Yeah, you have to. I thought you were going to be like, you have to want to clean. I'm like, who wants to clean? But then sometimes I do get in modes where I clean.
Sometimes, like, the actual act of physical cleaning gives you such clarity.
Yeah, you think. You can also, like, put on music as well, and, like, I don't know. It does make you feel so much better when you're, like, your room is clean or something. And that's kind of like your brain. Like, when you, I don't know.
Declutter your brain. You feel so much better. Your anxiety's gone. Your kind of depression is gone.
Also, when you have a big cry. I've had one of those days. Like, I'm having an emotional day, so I'm not as upbeat as I normally am. But it's like, I feel like tomorrow I'm going to be very happy because I had a big cry today. So then, hopefully...
But that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. We're just so real and raw with it. Like, I know we're always like, oh my God, breakups are great, blah, blah, blah. Or like, feeling all these emotions is going to be great. But there are times, and it's such a human thing to feel very like, today's a lot.
Yeah, overwhelmed.
Exactly. And like, you're always going to get the raw version of us no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, I've cried on episodes. You have yet to cry.
I did cry on one, but...
We've scratched that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a bit too much, that one. It was a bit too much. It was a bit too gloom for listeners to just watch me cry for like 30 minutes, but, you know.
But, like, this is still very raw. You're, like, being vulnerable, being like, oh, guys, like, today's not my day, but, like, this is just the reality of life.
And that's okay.
It is.
Some days are good, some days bad.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just can't get out of it. You just think. I'm in one of those days where I just can't stop thinking about everything. Like, everything.
It all hits you at once, like a...
Yeah, and I just don't feel good at all. Like, in any department. Don't feel good. That's why it's like, ugh. And I haven't had one of these days in a while. Like, really. Where it's like, everything. It's normally just one thing. Now I'm like...
analyzing everything. Look, it happens, and I feel like it kind of happens in the end of winter and spring because you're like, oh, like, it's been 3 months into the year.
What am I doing? What have I accomplished?
It hits you like a brick, and it happens to be the end of, like, winter, like Q1.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's such a finance gross thing.
I've heard of Q1 before, and I'm like, don't work in finance, and I was like, I know that.
But, like, you know, Q1's ending, and it's natural for you to kind of be reflecting of everything. We've had a hectic start to the year, you and I.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of work, like, the pod has been amazing, but boy, like, you guys are keeping us busy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing as well. People don't see all the stuff that goes behind it. It's just like they see the episodes come out or the social media and then they are like, ooh.
Oh my gosh, like the blood, sweat, and tears, like...
We've both had like 4 character developments every single... Like, it's from the start of the year. It's only like month 3.
Babe.
Like, each. It's a lot.
The things that have been, like, going through, like, every week, I'm like, okay.
What's happening now?
What other life event now? And I think, and I hope spring marks the end of, like, that roller coaster. Spring means that we get out of that ride and actually just smell the roses. You know, like, how our slogan is like...
I think you should be, like, a poet or some sort of, like, you should write music because you really do have some very good phrases. Like, I'll give it to you. Smell the roses. Like...
It's the theatre kid in me. But I was, like, gonna say, you know how our saying is, like, buckle up, bitches, like, it's about to get bumpy? I think spring is the time when we unbuckle it up and just actually zen out.
Yeah. Let's not buckle up, bitches. Let's just, like, calm.
Let's get out of the ride.
Smooth.
Let's, like, touch some grass and look straight up in the sky.
Yeah.
We're reconnecting with nature in spring.
Yeah, maybe we need a rebrand to not buckle up, bitches. It's gonna get bumpy. It's like, buckle up, bitches.
Unbuckle up, bitches. Let's smell the roses.
Yeah, and be calm, zen. Do you have any, like, red flags, icks, whatever, you're not taking into this spring?
Okay, I am leaving behind impatience. Winter makes me one grumpy girl. Like, even when I get that everyone's slowed, things have slowed down, everyone's hibernating, somehow I feel like I'm on this hamster wheel of things to do, and the things to do, like, racks up. I want to just let go and be patient of the process.
Be more calm.
Be more calm.
Smell the roses.
I'll be sniffing that up. What are you doing? What are some icks you're leaving behind?
Getting overwhelmed is my ick. I get icked out of myself because I get so overwhelmed that, like, I can't do anything or see anyone because all I want to do is, like, edit. But then because I'm so overwhelmed or I can't do that, so I get icked out by myself because I have no friends, I have no life, and I do nothing besides edit. But then I don't even edit. I end up watching TikTok because I'm just don't know where to start.
I think for you, your spring cleaning thing should be writing down. Do you write lists?
I do, but I haven't written one in ages. I used to always write
So you
to-do
haven't
lists.
written a list in a while.
No.
That's probably why you're feeling overwhelmed. Start writing lists. Once you have stuff ticked off, I promise you will find time.
Yeah. Also, an ick for me is just not taking time for myself.
It has to be done, but it's like so hard when you're just in this constant cycle of just working, churning out content, like family stuff, relationships. It's hard. Yeah. And I think spring is the time for you to slow down and actually give yourself some time. We've got an extra hour now. Thank you, daylight savings.
Thank you.
That's an extra hour to you. How are you going to spend that hour?
Chilling. I know I just said overwhelmed, but, like, you know, I'm going to take, like, an everything shower. I'm going to, like, put on a face mask, put in a hair mask, kind of act as if I'm going through a breakup, low-key, but just so that I'm just, you know, bettering myself so I feel good.
100%. I think journaling is pretty great. I journal a lot, and I think that's probably why I'm so happy, because when I read, like, through my pages, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy on this day, I was so happy on that day.
So what do you say, though? Do you just say whatever comes to your head, or what?
I only choose to write positive things because your brain will then only remember positive stuff. I don't really like to dwell on negative stuff because I've spent a lot of my 20s being a negative person. Being married to the wrong person made me a very negative, toxic person.
That's actually really interesting to only put the positive things. I've never heard that. That's good, though. It makes sense.
Yeah, I think so too, because why would I want to immortalize negative moments in writing? Because, like, same way with social media, you wouldn't want to immortalize a picture of you being sad for social media. You only want to remember the good bits.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same way that I approach in my journaling. I only want to remember the good bits and therefore be more grateful.
But how do you not... Do you write every day?
I write every other day.
Yeah, because how do you not say the same thing over and over and over again? Because I feel like that would be my like downfall. So it'd always be like, I'm grateful for this, and then it would be like after a little bit, it'd probably be like the same thing all the time.
When you have the intention, you'll find so many like great things. Like, even for me, sometimes my like journaling is like 2 sentences where I'm like, oh, I got to have the best like hour-long catch up with one of my friends from back home.
Okay.
Or like, oh, like today, like Yaz and I, we got this deal. Like, this is like our biggest thing that we've ever done. Like,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
and you kind of like track your growth.
Yeah, that is a good idea. I might actually start doing that.
Please. And I think that's going to help you kind of decongest up here, because that's what it is. I think you're scrolling too much. Doom scrolling is a terrible, terrible habit. Doom scrolling, get rid of that. Journaling, only the positive moments. Do it for like a week, yes, or even 48 hours, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to feel so much lighter.
Yeah, I might actually delete my, I can't really delete my TikTok though.
Oh, no, don't delete it. Just like limit yourself for like an hour.
Yeah, to be fair, I am spending a lot more time on social media than I used to ever.
It's because our job is in social media.
Yeah, but I never used to look at stuff at all, and now I do notice that, like, I always get that like banner that comes up on my phone being like, you're done your limit, and then I'm like, extend limit today, but it happens every day. But I think I only have like 2 hours, but that is a lot on there.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Yeah, no, don't extend it.
Yeah.
Like, eat an apple, journal. Do something.
Eat an apple.
Apples are great sources of serotonin. That's why the doctors suggest it.
Really? I do like an apple, though.
See? So maybe eat an apple every time you get a banner in your phone. All right, so that's your spring cleaning to-do list. Eat an apple, no more doom scrolling, and
Journal
and journal the positive things in your life, because there's a lot of great things in your life, Yaz. If you're going through a breakup, like, now's the time to, like, declutter your socials, archive all the photos, or maybe delete. You know, give some life back, give some you back into your social media. Make it more about you.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Take away all the highlights that he might be in.
Yeah, and just make it about you. It's your space again.
Yeah, feel hot, look hot, be hot. Rebrand to Ilma that's hot all the consistently plus.
In my prime forever. How lucky am I? Seriously.
It's true though. You speak truth. Didn't I say that earlier?
Yes. We speak the truth and we smell the roses.
And that is
the Breakup Diet Spring Cleaning Edition.